I know I'm about to traverse into the world of uncontrollables with a head coach of a football team. That's my wind up for this question. I know you can't control it, but you are a team that could make a case for a bye week in this college football playoff tournament. However, the circumstances of Notre Dame being an independent prevents you from doing that. Do you think your team is good enough top four right now to get a bye week if things were different, Coach?
Could we be ranked in the top four? Absolutely. Do we deserve a bye week? I think there's some sacrifices that you make when you're an independent football program, and that's something we knew when this college football playoff format was created, and we understand it. So we got to have the right approach to this thing and saying, okay, week 13 is our bye week. We're currently on our bye week, right? And we got to make sure we recover, really reload mentally and physically, and get ready to prepare for an opponent starting Sunday. But there's sacrifices that you got to make, and this is one of those things. But we knew going into the season, if we were fortunate enough to make the playoffs, we have to utilize week 13 as our bye week.
Now, obviously, a home game is great, and your environment is second to none in college football. And obviously, whoever's going to come in, if it's Alabama or it could even be an in-state friend in Indiana that would be coming in, which would kind of be off the charts if that is actually a matchup. But that said, clearly a bye week would be the most preferred. Do you advocate internally for moving this program into a spot where this wouldn't be an issue, that you're not independent anymore? Do you have these conversations? Do you advocate for
No, I think our independence is one of our distinctions, and one of the things that makes this place unique is that, we sell to our players, we sell to recruits, that we play everywhere in the country. We play almost every conference in the country. We start out with the SEC, finish with the Big Ten and USC, played 2 games in New York this year, and obviously finished in LA. And so that's what makes us unique. We're fortunate where we're not held back from making the playoffs. We got a great deal in terms of our TV deal with NBC. And so it's something that we understand has some negatives to it in terms of not making the playoffs and playing for a conference championship. But more than anything, it's something that we sell as a positive.
And then Marcus Freeman here from Notre Dame here on the Rich Eisen Show. And just I'd love to ask you about the way you go about your business and your schedule in this respect. How soon after beating USC did you turn to the signing period that you're in the middle of right now? I mean, how quickly did you have to reverse and your focus, Coach, on that?
I think this is a unique recruiting period where it's different than previous years, where right after the game of week 12, you can get on the road for about a week and a half and go see all your commits and, do in-home visits. We knew this year was different. Right after week 12, it's dead. And so we had to make sure throughout the year, and specifically as we got closer to week 12, that all of our signees were ready to go. And so it's been set up. We've got a great recruiting department that's done a great job of making sure that all the questions, the logistical things were handled. But more than anything, it was a chance to just get out there, all the commits on a Zoom, and tell them how excited we are. But recruiting is something that goes on 365, and we just had to make sure that, hey, everything was solid leading up to signing day.
Do you, as a head coach of Notre Dame with independence, and obviously who you are and your school, what it represents, do you get kids demanding money of you, Coach?
I think that's the college football landscape. When you are recruiting some of the best players in the country, and you have some of the best players in the country on your team, they're going to get NIL money, and that's no different here at Notre Dame than anywhere else in the country.
So these are, how much of your job is lead negotiator, Coach?
Yeah, I kind of try to separate that side of things from really what my job is with the players and what my role is in their lives. And we have people that have those conversations. Obviously, I'm involved, but I don't really have a lot of those direct conversations. It's almost, you can have a parallel to the NFL, is that, you have a department, you have an athletic administration that handles a lot of those logistical, financial, contract stuff. Yes, I'm involved, but I want to make sure my conversations with the players really don't involve that, unless they has to, right? If it comes to a point where I need to get involved with a conversation with a player and their families, I do.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.